What's up, squad, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, let's jump right into our February love readings. Now, I've been kind of getting bored with my past, present, future style, so I'm gonna do this freehand. This is how I do my personal readings. I just let spirit speak. So we're gonna switch things up a bit. Now, keep in mind, guys, with this reading, it's going to be for sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. When it comes to love, you definitely want to check out your Venus sign, so figure that out, see what that is. But what was I going to say? Um, with love, just keep in mind that the energies could be transferable. It could be you I'm picking up on. It could be another person I'm picking up on. And at the end, I will do separate advice for couples, for singles, and for those who find themselves in a gray area. Let me just tilt this down. Here we go. All right, guys. See if I can shuffle today. All right, so what is going on for Taurus in love? February 2020. Did I say February 2019 before? I might have. I'm here, guys. 2020. So what is going on? And guys, I do want to start switching up the channel just a bit. So if there's, because right now I do I try to do 2 general readings a month and a love reading. But if there's something else you guys would like to get read on, leave it in the comments. If enough people interact with it, I'll entertain it, okay? All right, so so far, just with the energy coming out, there's something that a person is desiring, but maybe they're in a place where they don't know if they can trust themselves. Is this real or is this an illusion? I want this, but is it really good? And maybe at the same time, there's still a sadness over something that needed to be released in the past, whether it was a person or just a way of life, something that may have affected you love-wise. I do see you guys being in a place where something very emotionally fulfilling is there, but again, I feel a hesitancy. Is this the right thing? Can I trust this? Because with the Taurus, first off, it's hard for us to like people. Let's start there. And then once we get invested, it's deep. So it's like you want to make sure that it's right, because you know what your heart can go through if things just don't work out. All right. But I feel that there's a very positive change here. Okay. So this is very solid, guys. All right. So let's see what else is going to come out. Okay. So we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse and the Lovers card in the reverse that came out. Let's pull a little bit more. Knight of Wands in the reverse. For some, maybe there is some sort of third party situation that's happening. But with the 10 of Wands in the reverse here and the 3 of Swords, this could be something where there could be a third party in the sense of maybe someone's not over something, okay? So a person's energy could be direct, or it could be going in 2 different, ways. For some, it's just a straight up third party. But a lot of cards show that there could be some sort of disappointment, but I don't see anything bringing like extra burden. Okay, so maybe someone's just getting through something. Maybe someone's healing from a situation. Okay, so for some of you, you're realizing that someone just wasn't being honest. Or maybe it's like maybe you or someone else was wearing a mask. Maybe you were living inauthentically. Maybe you were going for something that wasn't realistic for you. Okay? But someone becomes very reserved towards something. It's like you guys protect yourselves at an extreme. Or maybe someone protects themselves against you in an extreme. But you're solid. You have something new that's very emotionally fulfilling. Okay? So yeah, something is just seen as an illusion. Something can't be trusted, but you have balance, and this pushes you to kind of move out of your shell. With Tauruses, guys, I know that we're homebodies. Like we can literally, I could stay home for like 2 months and I'll be completely fine. I promise you, I won't go crazy. I'll be happy. Like I'll have alcohol delivered to my house and like food, and it's great. It's fine. But this is the time, guys, where we can't do that anymore. We have to really get ourselves out there. Um, and just get out of our comfort zones. This is with Taurus, guys, there's something so big coming in that we've taken time to retreat and kind of just, be to ourselves. But this is requiring action. This is requiring you to really just get up and go and shoot your shot for life. A lot can be manifested for you guys right now, not just in love, but in finances and all of that. So guys, this is a time, don't sell yourself short. If there's something you want, love wise, money wise, you want to start a new career, whatever, fucking do it. What's the worst that you could hear? No? You'd be surprised what can come in if you're just not afraid to go after it. We have the Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in the verse, Queen of Pentacles in the verse. So you guys really dodge a bullet. There's something that was just out of your control at this point. It wasn't going to work out, okay? And you're done. And when a Taurus is done, we're really done, okay? But someone is just really done with the situation. But I do see things worth celebrating here. Just the only thing that could hold back a Taurus right now is the thought process, okay? For a lot of you, you could be dealing with some sort of burden, but you like keep it to yourself because you recognize this new energy coming in for you. And you know that you're in something that's going to be good and successful, but there's just some sort of unfinished business here. There's something from the past that is still dragging on a bit, but you're allowing this new. You're allowing yourself to be happy. So it's progress, okay? You can't just, turn the switch on something. It takes time to get through things. And I just see you guys allowing yourself to get through things and not being hard on yourself. Being forgiving of yourself. Okay, what is this? Yeah, you guys are just being very honest with yourselves. You're not bullshitting yourself anymore. That's like taking a whole adult aspect. Like if it's not working out for me, then I just got to keep it moving. Every minute that you spend on the wrong thing is a minute you take away from the right thing. That's how I see things. So if anything, I'm grateful when things don't work out. And just as Tauruses, we really need to work on how we react to love when it doesn't necessarily work out. Because again, we have those attachment issues. We have that, this is mine issue. So when it's no longer yours, for some Tauruses, they can react in a very unhealthy way. I can't lie about that. And I've definitely dealt with things in such a irresponsible way in the past, but you grow and you learn. And the biggest thing that a Taurus, I feel, needs to learn is being able to release. There's certain things we're not going to be able to control, but we need to fucking get over it. And we can't, have a fucking crying attack in the middle of a supermarket. That's stupid. Just release, let it go. So guys, just think of a person. We'll see how they're feeling towards you right now. Whoever you guys have at the forefront of your mind right now, what are their thoughts on you? How are they feeling? Okay, so with this person, this could be just with them by themselves. This could be a situation they're dealing with you, but they recognize that there's a huge change. Somebody's being uprooted in some way, shape, or form, where there could have been betrayals. Maybe people weren't being honest. And again, whether this is something with you or something, that they're dealing with on their own, They know, it's like they're mentally getting past something. They're seeing the truth of it. And I feel for some people there's an unstable transition, but I don't feel that whatever's being transitioned out of, I don't feel like it's being fed into. I don't feel like it's being entertained. So maybe someone's getting through something like emotionally, and they could just be going through a lot, but they're not doing anything to add fuel to that fire. They're trying to really just get away from that and just be self-sufficient, because I see that there's passion and there's desires here, but there's just a karmic shift that's happening where people are realizing what's not going to work out, and you're realizing the lessons that you had to learn through people. But really a need for someone to come out of their shell. But there's a strong want and desire for something. We have the Sun card, the Queen of Cups, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Pentacles, Lover's card in the reverse. Someone wants to build something. They just went through something where it was disappointing. They couldn't rely on it. Okay, but I don't see any maliciousness here. I just see someone that you guys may have to be patient with. Maybe they have to be patient towards you. Maybe they're seeing this in you. Maybe they see you hurt and getting through something, but they want to work with you. But there's a loss that someone is experiencing, but they're being strong. They know that they need to get up on their 2 feet. They need to put on their big boy, big girl pants and, keep it moving. So I see something that a person definitely wants to develop, but it's very important to them that they establish themselves. So they want that security within them so that they can give that to you. So I just see someone who just really is working on being emotionally good and just dealing with some fallouts. Maybe there was financial problems for them. Maybe there's some sort of rejection that they experienced, or that, maybe they saw you experience. But I see someone who means well, okay? Something new coming in. It's just someone could be hesitant. Someone's questioning themselves, like, can this be good? And it doesn't necessarily have to be for lack of confidence. It could just be because someone just doesn't want to get into a bad situation. Okay, someone doesn't want to experience pain. But things are being seen clearly. Okay? And I see healing. I see things being cut out that were just chaotic. All right? Okay, guys. So if you guys want to timestamp this next portion, go for it. We're going to start with advice for couples. Taurus couples. What do you guys need to hear? What do my Taurus couples need to hear? All right, guys, I'm about to cut this deck. All right, so for my couples, Page of Cups, Three of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so whether this is between you and your partner, or just maybe the way you were going about things, this could be like a change of habit or something, but someone is standing their ground against something that they just know isn't smart. They know it's a mistake, whether it be cheating or maybe a past situation that one of you guys went through. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you were just getting into something that was affecting the relationship, but I see someone avoiding that, although they might still be stuck on something mentally. Okay. Why are these cards here? Ten of Cups in the reverse. I also feel that someone could be disappointed or hurt about something, and either they're healing from that or they're just suppressing what they feel. Okay. but I see injustices ending. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is when you give up on something that is burdening. In this case, if there is cheating, I see that stopping. Or this doesn't have to be cheating. This is just something that a person doesn't feel fair, is fair in their life. Okay, and healing, by having to get through things, maybe going towards, a new direction, but having to be honest that there could be things that you could be unhappy about or that they could be unhappy about. But I see a lot of passion. I see a lot of celebration here. And you guys making sure that you let go of anything that was conflicting. Look at this. So, wow. Okay. So, again, for some of you, maybe it's your partner that you are releasing. But whatever you are releasing is something your soul just didn't want. There was conflict, there was loss of passion. There wasn't any growth coming from this anymore. Maybe somebody wasn't responding in the same emotional way. Maybe someone lost feelings. So there's a big change because someone's soul just knew that there was something they couldn't be in. Okay. So I see someone building in a direction, but being very clear about what's not good for them. Okay. So you have to take it where the shoe fits. If you and your partner have been fighting a shitload, then that could be what they're moving away from. If there's just other circumstances and other things they've been dealing with in life, then it's just showing they're cutting that out so that they can be good, so that they can focus. But someone's just getting through something, okay? But you guys had, how many aces? You had like 3 or 4 aces in the reverse. So something really just had to go. Like there's so much energy for something that needed to be released. Sorry about that, guys. I got cut off. But it could have been, someone releasing something that was detrimental to the relationship, like maybe a gambling habit, something like that. All right, so that was couples advice. Now we're gonna do singles advice. February love advice for singles. Okay. For singles specifically, guys, I feel like there could have been something that could have taken off quickly or has the potential to take off quickly. Take the Taurus approach where you're patient and you take your time. I know it's so easy to get excited about new love, especially for us. Again, it's hard for us to like people. But take your time, truly get to know a person. I say don't settle down until you see certain things. Like wait till that person gets mad. Wait to see how they act at restaurants, stuff like that. Like little things. Wait to see how they treat their parents, the connection they have with them. Wait till you start getting into the nitty gritty, and then base it off of that. See them at an ugly point and see if you can truly deal with that. Because I see someone really like being excited for something, wanting to get into it, but there's some sort of illusion here, and because of the excitement you might have for it, it's like your intuition might be thrown off a bit. Okay, where you're not seeing things as readily as you should. Okay. Yeah, it's showing to be patient because you guys do have a strong offer that comes in for you. But there's something that's currently in your life or about to come in that something is going to tell you there's something off. You might not feel it. It might be the most subtle feeling, but you guys got to listen to that. And I don't see this as something that will like devastate you where you're like on the ground just crying hysterically. And if it is disappointing, I feel like it's just like, oh man, I wish that would have worked out. But I don't see it as something that you're like killing yourself over. You're able to release that burden very quickly, but it's saying to wait because something else is going to take off. So just listen to that, just listen to your intuition. So something that needs to be let go of, but something comes in after. All right, so for those who are in a gray area where maybe you're very, invested in somebody, but it's not official for whatever reason. Maybe it's a third-party situation. I'm not judging anybody. Okay, so let's see. For those in a gray area, what is the advice? Okay. I'm going to be very, very honest and clear here, guys. No sugarcoating ever from Lisette. Um, if one of you is in a situation where you're a third party or you're waiting on someone to leave someone, I don't feel like it's going to happen. I feel like someone could just be bullshitting and talking about letting something go. I see someone that's juggling, but they have no intention of dropping, a third party. So if like they're married or they're just in another relationship, I don't see them leaving that. So there's a change where there's just something is seen as burdening. It's let go of. But if there's any sort of loss that you feel, if there's any sense of lack that you feel, that does subside. But someone is looking towards something that is just, I don't feel like it could be relied on. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse sort of energy. So that's someone that, honestly, if you allow them to have their cake and eat it too, they're gonna have their cake and eat it too. Okay, this is someone that they're just like, whatever. I don't see this person being genuinely invested. It could be you, it could be someone else. I just see someone who comes around when it's convenient, or maybe when they're lonely, maybe when they want that home cooked meal. Four of Cups. Yeah, someone's not going to be accepting something. And I feel like someone's waiting on something and not getting the results that they want. And be careful too, guys, because if there is some sort of third party, I feel like that secret could come out. Someone figures it out, and because of that, I feel like something just has to be dropped. So maybe you were waiting on someone, but maybe their partner found out about you, and then what cheaters do, they say, "Oh my God, sorry," and they try to fix it with their main person, and so it could be something like that, guys. But someone's gonna be angry about it, so just be careful, because one, I just don't see it being reciprocated in the way that a person may want, specifically if it's a person who's waiting on somebody, and then it can come out. So it's like all this drama for something that's unattainable. Okay, so respect yourself enough to not get involved with this, because the person that's truly meant for you guys, it's someone that they're not going to question it. I'll save you guys money right now. If you ever want to get a reading from me and you ask me who's for me, this person or this person, save your money. It's neither of them. It's neither of them. It will never be. If you have to compare it to somebody else, it's not that person. Your person is the one that you go head over heels with. Like, that's your ride or die. If there's any sort of confusion, it ain't for you. It ain't for you. Okay. So I love you guys. Very interesting reading. So Tauruses, if you guys want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is High Vibrations 44. Guys, in regards to reading, I took a little bit, about a month or so off, only because I was just transitioning. I was in the process of moving and all of that. So I am catching up on a lot of emails right now. If you guys have already emailed me and you have not gotten a response, I will get to you. I promise I'm not ignoring anybody. But if there's any sort of reading you guys didn't get or anything like that, because I had to play catch up, please email me if you haven't already. Again, if you did, then I will get that, okay? And I'll respond to you with whatever's owed if I do owe you anything. But I'm getting my shit together, y'all, I promise. So I will be here if y'all need me, and we'll be back with your mid-month reading next. Take care, squad.